Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Again. Exhale. Deeper this time. Exhale. Now, breathe normally, gently, effortlessly. Feel your body. Feel gravity. Feel the air around you, the clothes against your skin, the ambient noises around you. All you are is awareness, right here, right now. That's it. There's nothing else. Everything else that you add on top of that is a narrative. It's a memory building on the past, or an anxiety thinking about the future. Allow yourself to be here now. You don't need to listen to my voice actively. Your ears will do that for you. You don't need to interpret the sound waves coming into your ears. Your brain will do that for you. All there is to do is be. Is that okay? Can we try that for a little bit? We can get back to strategizing, thinking about things, regretting things, and worrying about things another time. But for right now, let's just be. The normal world you live in is not the real world. It's a conditioned perception of raw cosmic energy. This conditioned perception is useful, but you have no reason to believe it's ultimately real. If it is real and objective and true, then there's no escape from anxiety, grief, and suffering. If you view it as objectively real, you will endlessly strive to change the world without knowing what it really is. Or you'll endlessly strive to change you without knowing who you really are. How can you make such a judgment? Are you so omniscient as to say you know what reality is, and then to say it is supposed to be another way? Do you know yourself so fully and completely as to say you're not supposed to be the way you are? What is in your power is the choice to expand your perception of the raw cosmic energy to see that there are multiple realms overlaid upon each other. Your survival instincts have you focus on the realm of continued biological existence, and so highlight whatever you perceive as threatening that imperative. But that imperative is not imperative. At least it better not be, since you're going to die. Next is the realm of self-concept or ego. This layer hijacks the survival instinct of biological life and applies that framework to the survival of your self-concept. If your self-concept says you're strong, wealthy, and independent, then anything that makes you feel or appear weak, poor, or needy threatens the ego structures you are depending on to navigate life, and you will fight back. Most people whose physical survival is rarely directly threatened live in this realm. Ego survival is equated with survival itself when you are identified with your self-concept. In this realm, you are identified primarily with the ego, but the body is the symbol of the ego. So there is both ego and body identification, and survival is still the game. But once again, all your strength, power, and independence wanes with age and ends in death. This is another futile game. Next is the realm of spiritual striving. Once it's clear that the self-concept is simply a collection of thoughts and impressions, you no longer identify with the body and ego. But there are still remnants of the old survival strategies that bleed into this realm. You believe that spiritual growth and progress will reduce or end your suffering. You may even think that being more spiritual will further reinforce the scaffolding of your ego and body. The realm of spiritual striving, although deeper and more interesting, still ends in disappointment as the rhythm of ebb and flow persists despite your best efforts to maintain an upward trajectory. Next is the realm of power. In this realm, you do not identify with the body or self-concept at all. You recognize them as tools with which you explore the raw cosmic energy. Having sharper tools is more useful and enjoyable, so stewardship and care for the body and mind becomes a focus. At this point, what is the you doing the exploring? What is the you who is using the body and mind as tools? In this realm, you consciously recognize yourself as awareness itself. You are the consciousness or awareness in which thoughts occur and perception is made possible. Being identified as consciousness itself, you find the destruction of your ego structures to be interesting and quite liberating. You are no longer afraid of death because regardless of which body and mind consciousness is aware of, you are that. There is no experience of non-awareness, by definition. This is the realm of power because now cosmic energy you perceive as the physical world becomes your playground. You begin to play with cause and effect and are fascinated with the results, whether they conform to your expectations or not. You recognize the infinite possibilities that are available to you in every moment, since the self-concept is now pliable rather than rigidly imposing predictable actions based on the past. You no longer limit your exploration based on how it will be perceived by others, since they are also consciousness exploring the realm they're in, whether they are aware of it or not. At the same time, your compassion is maximized because you recognize in them the exact same consciousness which is in you, and honor their experience equally as your own. This makes real collaboration possible. True power is not reliant on status, money, or reputation. Could those transient and fragile things which require so much effort to acquire and maintain really be the foundation of true power? No. True power cannot be threatened because it is based in the awareness of our eternal nature, which cannot die, but simply assumes and sheds various forms. It is possible to consciously identify with the aspect of you which is eternal, and necessary if you want freedom from the torturous and futile games of survival, reputation, and trying to defeat your own human nature. You are not a problem to be solved. You are not a mistake that needs justified. You are not the body that dies or the mind that churns. You are not an ego structure. You are the builder and destroyer of ego structures. You are not your self-concept. You are the awareness which creates, uses, and discards concepts.